If I were to ask you what you thought of running, chances are that you, like nearly everybody else I ask, would say that running sucks. To me, though, running is a major part of my life and something that I really enjoy. You might expect my object to be a shoe, because that's about all you need to go for a run. But something that's been really important to me throughout my running career is my watch. It's really important in order to track your mileage and in general to know if you're running too hard or not hard enough. Since I was a freshman in high school, nearly 6 years ago, I ran consistently 5 to 6 times a week with a few breaks because of injuries or recovery. I've also ran up to 70 miles in a week before. Distance running isn't as hard and as painful as people tend to think it is, and with a little bit of dedication, it can become a routine activity that will result in numerous health benefits. In this speech, I'm going to tell you about how distance running is not as hard as people tend to believe and how it can be very beneficial to your health and your emotional well-being. The watch represents all of the hard work that you put in as a runner. Runners' watches typically have GPS, and inside it, and they can track how many miles they have ran, their pace, heart rate, and much more. Without it, you'd be running without much of a purpose, which isn't a bad thing, but having a watch can really help you to achieve your goals as a runner. Another reason a watch is a great representation of running culture is because it helps you connect with fellow runners. Almost all of my teammates have high-tech GPS watches or other ways to track mileage, and it really helps us keep us connected. When you can see what everyone else is doing, it helps to motivate you to push through, especially in times like this when we can't meet up and run together. Additionally, when you see somebody with a nice GPS watch, you know that they, like you, are a runner. I identify with the running culture because I joined cross country a while ago and surprisingly found it quite fun and addicting. The running itself can be somewhat painful at times, but you begin to enjoy it. My first week of running was awful. I felt terrible every day because I was sore and tired, but it got a lot better very quickly. You get a feeling of satisfaction and accomplishment after going for a run. And another reason it's addicting is because running with a group of people is a great way to become close friends with them. In the modern world, there's a lack of face-to-face communication without distractions such as smartphones or TV screens. When you're running with somebody, you take away that distraction and you just get to spend time with them, just talking. Even if you're running alone, you get to appreciate nature in a way that you really don't see much else or anymore. The running culture is also a very healthy one. I believe running to be the best and easiest way to lose weight for those looking to do so, because you burn so many calories. A lot of people believe it's too hard, but if you just make a habit out of it by doing just a mile a day for a week, then it becomes much easier. Some of my friends who run crazy amounts of miles can eat just about anything, they won't gain a pound. It also improves your mental health, from my experiences at least. Just by spending so much time outdoors and exercising, it'll turn a bad day of looking at a screen for hours into one where you feel good about your accomplishments for the day. Anybody can run because it's a straightforward practice that doesn't require any fancy gear or special skill set. Running is also a very inclusive culture where everyone is glad to see you join in and go for runs. In conclusion, running is a great way to stay in shape and improve your mental health and well-being, and it's not that hard to do. Watches are important objects for runners to stay connected to others and also to track your progression and become a better runner. Running culture is a very positive one, and where there are many health benefits, and you gain lifelong friends by going on runs with others. Not too many people who try out for cross country for more than a week end up quitting. If you think about it, there must be a reason for that, and that's because running isn't the torture that people tend to believe it is.